Hey everyone, how's it going? Santiago here, back with another tutorial. Today we're going to be checking a software that is called Lovable. Lovable is an AI-powered development platform. It is really useful because it lets users create web applications in a natural language. They don't need to know how to code. You just write a prompt and Lovable produces a web application for you to use. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to create a really simple and fast web application. I'm going to be creating a portfolio, a video editing portfolio for me. And you're going to see how Lovable AI produces a very well-designed and functional web application. I'm going to make my face disappear so I can show you better the app. See you guys at the end. So this right here is the lovable.dev home screen. Right on the top, we have this little square right here where we can write our prompts to create our web app for us to use. As I was telling you guys, we're going to be creating a portfolio, a simple video editing portfolio, but you can check the community's projects as well for you to get a better idea of what you can do with Lovable, or you can just create a project with this tab right here. So I'm just gonna write right here like create a video editing portfolio for me. And I'm also gonna include some of my social media handles for Lovable to include in my video editing portfolio. So I'm just gonna tell him to add my social media handles. Now, once you've written your prompt as clear as possible, you can just ask Lovable to create your project. I'm just gonna click right here on this arrow, and Lovable is gonna take a few minutes to create the project. Right here we have a small description of what the portfolio is gonna be, and it shows us a preview of what the portfolio will contain: a hero section with your name and title, a project's showcase grid for your video work, etc. So we're just gonna wait a couple of minutes for Lovable to create our project. And once Lovable has created our project, it's gonna play a little sound like you heard right there. Right now, this is our default design for our portfolio. It created a broad description from the get-go, transforming raw footage into captivating stories through innovative editing, motion graphics, and visual effects. It proposes for us a link to see our work. If I click right here on view my work, it's gonna take us down here to the videos that I've created. It also added an skills and expertise tab. This is really useful for clients if you wanna get clients in the video editing community. You can also check that all the links on the top right here are working. And as you see, it included my social media handles down here. If I click on the Instagram one, it's gonna take us to my Instagram. If I click on the TikTok one, it's gonna take us to our TikTok, and etc. The YouTube one should also be working as well. And we can further refine the portfolio that Lovable produced. For example, if I go to this little tab on the corner right here, I could add a contact email, which is eldelastrufas@gmail.com, and Lovable is going to include that in our portfolio. So now if we go to the contact tab, it's going to show our potential clients our email for them to contact us on that email. And that's pretty much how you create a really simple portfolio or web application. You have 5 free credits a day for you to use in Lovable, or you can upgrade and use the paid version. If you want to use the paid version, we have some affiliate links on the description box down below. Now I'm going to be showing you how to check the code of the application that Lovable just created in order for you to play around with it if you have some coding knowledge. Right here, you can click on this tab right here for you to see the code viewer. You can check the different parts of the web application and you can play around with the code. Or another way to do it is just to click on the code tab right here where you've written your prompts. For example, in the first prompt that I wrote, that was a video editing portfolio, I can check the code for that specific prompt and for that specific web application that Lovable created. I can play around with it and change stuff that I don't want in the final product. And if I want to check the code specifically for the contact email that I asked Lovable to add at the end, I could do that as well. As you can see, it's much shorter. And you can always go back here to check your web application without the code and just the graphic part of the application, let's just say. I really like Lovable AI because it's a one-click development platform One-click development refers to a method for deploying software that significantly simplifies the installation and launch process for your users to use. Traditionally, using an app or a web service included downloading a software, configuring it, and installing it. But with Lovable AI, you just create it with a one-click deployment method. This process just condenses into a single click or command, automating the entire process. It is really helpful because it reduces the time and effort that it requires for you to deploy a software, and it makes it really easy for developers to distribute applications. It also helps in ensuring consistency across different environments, and all in all is just a very simple way of creating apps and web applications. This is just one of the examples that you can use Lovable for. You can also create a bunch of different apps if you have a really good idea for an app or for a web application. I want to know if you guys have already used this software. It was really mind-blowing for me because I've been playing around with it a couple of times, and the products that it produces are really well designed, really well implemented, and are really usable right off the bat from the Lovable platform. Once again, if you want to use the paid version, there are some affiliate links on the description box down below. I invite you guys to subscribe to this channel to check out all the different tutorials that we've created. Once again, my name is Santiago. I really hope that you use this software. I want to read your comments down below if you've already used it. Thank you very much for watching, and see you guys in the next tutorial. Bye bye.